Hello. In this video tutorial we're going to analyze the configuration of the pose detector module. The module is designed to identify and classify various poses, allowing you to identify unusual behavior by people displayed on the camera. For example, if a person sat, fell, or raised his hands. The module is thus applicable to public places and allows you to notify security about suspicious actions by bank visitors, the presence of homeless people, or people falling in dangerous areas. The module works on the basis of a neural detector, which detects individuals in the indicated zone and finds their body position. With the help of a special script, the pose is classified. Let's go to the settings. First, make sure that Pose Detector module is activated in the Analytics section. To activate the detector, go to the Channels tab, choose the channel you need, and from the list of software detectors find the item, Pose Detector, and activate it. On Windows OS, the detector can only be used remotely using offload analytics, while local use is available on NeuroStation and UltraStation NVRs. After activation, go to the detector settings and select the quality, simple or advanced. The choice of quality will depend on previously selected analytics settings. If only low quality is selected, then a simple detector will be available, and if only high, an advanced one. If both quality settings are chosen, any detector may be selected. The simple detector is suitable for scenarios where people are close to the camera. The advanced one lets you identify poses of people further from the camera. For the initial setup, install the simple detector and proceed to selecting the detection frequency. The more often the detection occurs, the more accurately the detector will determine the pose. For the initial module configuration, 12 frames per second is the optimal value. Now you need to specify the detector's sensitivity. When using high sensitivity, the detector will be able to recognize poses in more difficult conditions, but the likelihood of false detections will increase significantly. Reducing the sensitivity can reduce the number of false alarms, but if the sensitivity is too low, the detector will not be able to recognize people or their poses, especially when far away from the camera. Therefore, the sensitivity must be adjusted individually, depending on the complexity of the scenario. After setting the detector's quality, speed and sensitivity, you can proceed to configuring the counting zones. In the Pose Detector module, they are used to identify and classify people's poses in the specified image areas. Counting zones are configured through the Object Counting tab. When the detector is first activated, it creates a base counting area that occupies the entire image area. This zone should be edited depending on the scenario, and you can always create a new counting zone if needed. To do this, you need to click Create New Counting Zone. The zone can contain multiple points and is formed by left-clicking your mouse in the area. Finish creating a zone using Ctrl+Enter or by closing the area at the first point. You can edit the background color and line thickness if needed. After creating and editing zones, you need to rename them. Zone names need to be different from one another. This completes the basic setup of the detector, and you will now see people's poses displayed on the camera image. If this doesn't happen, you'll need to check the settings for figure display. The next stage in setting up the module is loading and configuring the special script. This will generate notifications and reports. To load the script, go to the Automation tab and select New Script. Next, you need to click on Load Example from File. In the window that opens, select the script file and click Open. After downloading the script, click Save, Run. Now let's go over the initial setup of the script for generating events in the TRASSIR log when identifying suspicious poses. To do this, switch to Video Monitor mode and open the Modules tab, then select the Analytics script from the drop-down list. Next, you need to activate the Pose module and set the algorithm for the script. First, you need to choose a data source, that is, channels and zones from which you need to receive alarm events. Next, you need to configure the required notifications, specify the type of rule, the frequency of sending notifications, and the type of notifications using the name, event log. After setting the rules, you need to click Close and go to Data Collection Settings. Here you need to choose the suspicious poses that will generate alarm events when detected. After selecting the poses, click Save. This completes the initial configuration of the module and the script. Now when a person using a suspicious pose is identified, an alarm event will be generated and can be viewed through the event log. Thanks for your attention.